Hi guys, in this video we're going to talk about one of our basic press brake controllers that we have here at Baileigh Industrial, and just kind of go through all the basic obvious parameters on it. This should be pretty helpful to anybody that has a machine of ours, and if they're having any questions on the controller, this should really pretty much answer everything from start to finish. So when you turn the controller on, the first thing you're going to see is it's going to come to a single, it's going to say single up here, and this is a single bend mode screen. There's a single bend mode and a program mode. In single bend mode, you see an X and a Y value, an XP and XY value, and some others here. The top X and the top Y values are simply positions for the machine. They are positions that you cannot change in this controller here. The operator will be changing the XP and the YP positions and there and down from there. So as you see, when I scroll through this field, I am unable to even get into X and Y on these top two fields here. They're strictly for the machine's use. So in the X, that's referring to our back gauge. How far back is the back gauge and what position it's in. Right now it says it's at 5 inches. Our YP is our pressure. How much pressure or the distance it's going to travel when it makes a bend. You're not entering a degree or anything like that. You're entering a distance of travel, and you can play with that travel, and as you do so, it will adjust your bend degree and give you less or more. But that is what you are putting in there to affect that or to make that change. So if we want to make a change for our back gauge, we simply just type it in here on the keypad. Let's say we want to make, it's 5 inches right now, let's say we want to make it 10 inches. Just put in 10.0, and you'll see it entered it right down here. But we need to confirm that value. Each and every time we put a value in this control, you need to confirm it, otherwise it will not put it in the field you're trying to put it in. And that's what this button is here. If I hit this button, you'll see that value change, and now it's at 10 inches. Our pressure, we'll leave there as such, but you can change it. Let's back this off to 1.25 inches. There, I'd put it in down there. We're going to confirm it, and now it changed that value there. The DX value in the controller is the delay, or the distance rather, of how far you want the back gauge to move back once a bend sequence is initiated. The press brake will come down and start making a bend. And once it makes that bend, or it makes contact with the plate rather, the back gauge will retract back a certain distance. The machine will make the bend, and then the back gauge will retract back up to the original spot once the bend's completed. So it's a function here that allows the back gauge to get out of the way of a bend. In this value, let's just put like 1 inch, saying we want that back gauge to back up 1 inch. When we make a bend, and it's going to come right back up to the 10-inch mark when we're done, and we're going to confirm that. Now that's in there. PP there, let me get over to it, is our piece count. How many pieces are we wanting to do? Do you want to do 10 pieces or just 5? You simply just put it in. It enters it down here, but again, we still have to confirm it, and it enters it in, and then this is a current piece count, which automatically defaults to the piece count. So that is how you set up the single bend mode on Baileigh press brake. Once that's all set, we're just going to hit the green button here, and that's going to actually execute and move to where we want to on this controller. So the first thing that is going to change is our pressure setting, or our stroke distance. So that is the Y value. That's changing to that 1.25 inches that we had set. And back gauge already actually coincidentally was at 10 inches, so that is not going to move right now. And then we've got our piece count. So now at this point we would be able to make a bend by hitting the foot pedal. Now you'll notice when I make the bend, you'll see the back gauge number change, and it's going to get more positive, and then it's going to come back up, because remember we had that 1 inch of retract in the controller. So I'm going to hit the foot pedal. The machine comes down, makes its bend. You can see the back gauge there moving, and that's one bend cycle.